Righty-ho, out we are again. Nicest day I think I've ever been on the bike. It's a cracker, not a cloud in sight, about 20 degrees. Bloody lovely. Back with the usual crew, Haley and Kurt. Cruising up to Sylvan eventually, which is out near the Dandenongs, the sort of mountainy ranges. It's called a mountain, it's fucking like a glorified hill, but it's nice. It's nice and there's some good roads there. Let's figure out where we're going. Going back this way, alright. Got a new GoPro mount on today, so hopefully I'm not looking straight down at the ground. Just some cheapy thing off Amazon. It's got straps that wrap around my helmet and I don't like it one bit, so it'll be the first and last time I use this most likely. I'm gonna do myself a favour and 3D print one when I get home, because this thing's just a bit too annoying. You can't shut the visor properly and it lifts up like the chin flappy bit that stops air going inside my flappy chin, so that's kind of annoying too. But it'll do for today. I thought while we're cruising to our destination, I'd chat about the Czech ride, because I have just done it on Monday, this past Monday, about, I don't know, 5-6 days ago. It's Sunday now. 6 days ago, of course. And yeah, I don't know, I didn't know what to expect. I also didn't look into it much. I'm sure there's a buttload of information out here, but I thought, I might just have a little yarn and talk about what I experienced. So, long story short, it was very straightforward. It was easy. I don't want to say things are easy, but as usual, it's common sense, and it's just making sure that you're not so shit that you can't ride a bike safely at any rate. So there was supposed to be 5 in our group. 2 didn't rock up, so it was just myself, 2 others, and the instructor. Basically, it was a 2-part day. First of all, we essentially redid the entirety of the test portion of the learner test. So we're talking about the slow ride, we're talking about like stopping at a point and giving way and then doing like a left turn. We're talking about just general sort of cornering, taking it within the well, we had sort of cones out, we had just to stay between the cones. We had the emergency stop, and that was about it. The difference being is that we all did it just in a group format with the instructor watching us, so we just kind of went around the track and we'd do each sort of station. He'd say, yep, good to go, and we'd move on to the next one. So that legitimately took maybe about 45 minutes. We weren't obviously rushing or anything like that. We just sort of cruised through it. The instructor would do a demo and then you'd do it. So that was all very straightforward, and I think by that point the instructor sort of gets a good feel of you anyway, especially if there's only 3 in your group, because, you know, you can already tell if someone's competent or not at that stage, at least in their general control of the bike. And then after that, we did a road ride, which went for a good, I'd say, an hour and a half. It would have gone a little bit longer, I'm guessing, with more people, but because there only was a couple of us, you know, it didn't go for that long. But essentially we went out for, I'd say, around a 15-kilometer ride, and we'd take it in turns taking the lead. So there would generally be the instructor ahead of us to start with, and then, for example, I'd take the lead, the instructor would be behind me, and then the other 2 blokes behind that, and the instructor tells you the sort of general directions as where to go when you'll stop and what he'll be looking out for on that particular stretch of road. So we talked about the 5 sort of main accident types, such as like head-ons, like intersection collisions, merging collisions, thing like that, and he'd essentially watch you for your portion of the ride and make sure you were buffering properly, indicating and cancelling your indicators, keeping the speed limit, all things that you'll get assessed on for your actual license test. So that was it. We all had a little go, we all did pretty well. The instructor just told me to concentrate on buffering, because he said I could go just a little bit further away from the cars. Once again, you're almost trying to over exaggerate things a little bit to show that you're actually, you know, capable of doing them and that you're thinking about them, like buffering over crests, stuff like that. So that was disappointing to me. Just make sure I really exaggerate that I'm doing that, and showing I know when and where to do it. But other than that, he was happy with all three of us, and that was it really. He said, yep, no worries, you're all ready to go for your test. So after you've done your check ride, that's literally all it is. You are free to book in your test for a month after that. So 29th of October, I will, with any luck, be getting off my P plates. Sorry, L plates. But that's about all there is to it. Just a real short and sweet one this week, because yeah, I just thought, if you don't know what to expect, I was a little bit nervous going in. That's what you do. Literally just redo your learners test portion in a group, and then you go for a group ride. And as long as you're not a dickhead, you'll be sweet. Anyway, I'm going to concentrate on the ride, and hopefully this camera thing, piece of shit off Amazon, doesn't break and my camera falls on the ground. And if it doesn't, I'll hit you up with another video soon. Take care, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Safe riding!